Bom dia, my name is Martin and this is my Jambo a Bavaria 34 holiday. I'm currently here in Lagos. The marina itself is quite nice, quite large as well, not that cheap, very central, nearby the town center, so via the bridge you get there easily within a few minutes. Nice restaurants, little places, promenade is quite nice. So I'm getting ready now to leave. My next destination is La Graciosa, north of Lanzarote. The wind looks quite okay. Wind force 5 to 6 for the next 4 days, from north-northeast to northeast. It will be about 550 nautical miles, which is for us with a daily mileage of around 130 nautical miles, 4 days plus. I want to use the sailing gen a little bit more intensively on that cruise to test it, because I had not a chance to do that over a few days. So that's already hanging out. And then I bought this Iridium Go and I will test it as well and see how I get satellite communication and also the weather forecast. So that's what I'm going to show. If I will fish, I don't know yet. I need to see. But now I'm getting started and out to the Atlantic. So I've started towards Canaries. Ah, very good. Adios Lagos, adios Portugal. Still not much wind, because I'm a little bit sheltered by the coast here, but I will set the mainsail. This is endless reef line, and this line is to pull it out. Setting the sail is very easy and goes fast, and I'm very pleased here with the system, with the furlegs in the mast. All good. Still not enough wind to switch the engine off. I think that will be for the next 7-8 hours, something like that. The wind is slightly turned, so I need to trim the sail. Better now. Finally under sails. We don't have much wind, 3/4, around 8 knots. We are cruising with an angle of about 60 degrees to the apparent wind, so that is the optimum for the light wind. Well, okay. Yeah, still dolphins around here. Could see 2 which were very interested in my runner blade, but I don't think they have bitten into that. Hopefully they don't copy that from the orcas. So fortunately I haven't seen any orcas here. All good. So we are on course about 210 degrees, so that's almost direct course to La Graciosa. You're all fine. I'm enjoying it. Ah, we need more wind, but that should come. So far so good. 5/4. We did up to 20 knots in between. So waves, yeah, probably about 2 meters high. The dinner is cooking downstairs, so all fine. I'm very hungry and I'm looking forward to the night as well, because I'm also a bit tired today. But all good. The AIS alarm works. That was a welcome test. At the moment we are cruising with about 6 knots over ground and 5.5 to 6 knots through the water. I have the sailing gen out and it is delivering almost 7 amperes with that speed through the water, so very good, better than I thought. I put it out at 6 p.m. Batteries are almost full, but I have a good consumption with a little freezer from the Matic, so I've set running, and also the fridge and obviously the autopilot. At the moment 6/4, so we are almost on direct course to La Graciosa. Waves partially okay, so 2.5 meters, but sometimes a wave is a little bit higher and then sometimes a little bit water is coming over, but not much. Very nice sunset, and I'm looking forward to the night and getting my sleep, interval sleep. So it is about lunchtime now. This morning I was very tired because the night was very uncalm. So after the sunset the wind speed increased up to 6 to 7, before up to 30 knots partially. But 2 o'clock it was okay, so then it went down. I will cruise a little bit more here to the west. Southwest is the course at the moment. And then afterwards probably I put the butterfly out, so taking the Genoa to the other side, put the whisker pole in, and then cruise south, probably south-southwest, and go more on direct course. Jambo is sailing butterfly, so I was on course southwest until afternoon, and then I changed the sails and took over the Genoa from port side to starboard. Yeah, the waves are much better than this morning, but yeah, now they're increasing, so not that regular. I think there's some swell overlapping with the actual sea. So what I also could test was sailing gen over 24 hours, and it delivered almost 145, which is pretty good. So we had a daily mileage of the waves. We had a daily mileage of 130 nautical miles, and the currents are slightly pushing as well. So speed through the water I would guess is between 5 and 5.5 knots. And getting 6 amps on average with that speed through the water is excellent. So fantastic. So I'm more than pleased, over the moon with those results, and that is giving a stable base here for the electrical power supply, together with the solar panels. I think they delivered today 2.6, or still not the end. I mean, the sun is still shining. 2.6 kilowatt hours, and that is plenty. I had a visit from 2 small whales. I thought those were pilot whales in the beginning, but then when they came up and I saw the head, it was a different shape, so don't think it were pilot whales. No orcas, obviously. They're easy to identify. They're quite nice. They followed me a little bit in the distance. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the night, which is supposed to be better than last night. Okay, 5 before at the moment, it's around 20 knots. Yeah, let's see how it goes, but I'm getting closer to La Graciosa. Six before, I switched on the water maker just to flush the system, yeah, and gain a little bit as well. So that's running well. Little alarm here. So when the rudder is engaged more than 50 degrees, and it's getting on. Yeah, not that easy for Jambo under those conditions, so the wave's quite high. The water maker is still running, even under those conditions, so it's here a little bit rough. So wind force 6, speed about 6 knots. Yeah, we get shaked a little bit, but the water is coming through the sail drive without any bubbles, so that is pretty cool. I'm very pleased with that. So what I would like to show is Iridium Go, which is on board here now, and how I get the weather, how I can do a satellite communication, because when I was looking for those things or checking those things, I was very pleased when I got some advice, and yeah, that's what we're doing now. I'll show you how it works and what it does. This is the Iridium Go, which is needed to get the satellite communication. I've also bought those SIM cards, 8 of those, because always when you switch it off or disable it, then the next time you want to enable the contract, then you need to have a new SIM card. So I have 8 of those. I think I'm fine for a couple of years with that. Then I have the smartphone, which I use for phone calls and text messages. And then I have the iPad for the weather app. I have decided for Predict Wind as a weather tool, because that has been recommended by many friends who are using that successfully, and I'm very pleased with that. And I've also signed the satellite phone contract with Predict Wind, so I've gone for unlimited data and 25 minutes phone calls per month. So unlimited data sounds very comfortable. It's a flat rate, yes, but the data rate is not that high. So I'm going to show you how it all works. So also this also this one I bought from Predict Wind, but I'm not sponsored from them, by the way. So what should I start with? First of all, probably with the app, how I get the weather. I need to connect, so at the moment it's connected with the chart plotter. I need to connect with the Iridium, and here's the app. So that is my current forecast. It's the wind. So if I don't want it like that, I can have it like that as well. This is the weather app, so that's the overview. So we are currently cruising here where the white dot is, about there, and have a forecast of around 20 knots, but the gusts are a little bit more, so we see that here with a red color that goes up to 25, 27 knots. That's what it is. So I have different weather models: PWG, PWE, GFS, ECM, WF. This one here, ECM WF, is a European weather model. So what I also have here is a tracking tool, so I can send some posts here to that web page, which I connected to my own homepage. And I'm sending here some posts. Yeah, that is the alarm for the runners. So there was a wave pushing us a little bit out. Could add a post here, type something into that overview, and then save the post, and next time I can download it. Here's the download section. So I have various options, don't want to go in all the details here. But obviously here's a forecast model I can choose. So I will disable those here, because for me it's sufficient for that short cruise here. Running the ECMWF. Then obviously you can have the intervals, so I put it on 6 hours. Probably I'm fine with 12 hours on this one. And then the time ahead, I'm only 2 days away from my destination, so I would be fine with 7 days. And then plenty of other things here. So then I press continue to download, and what we can see here at the top line, web, Iridium Go, and then some other ones. So if I go to web, then I'm obviously somewhere where I have Wi-Fi, and then it goes a little bit faster. Here at the ocean, I go to Iridium Go. But let's download this one here. Download all. And what we see here in the second line is it's now dialing, and then obviously connecting with satellite, and signal strength is 5. 3 now, negotiating, and then it gets downloaded. That takes a little bit time, so let's wait for that. So wave height 2 meters, it depends a little bit. So yeah, sometimes they're a little bit higher. 2.5 meters, the wave period almost 7 seconds, yeah, it looks like. So now we can drive those different courses. So at the moment I'm on almost direct course, exactly downwind, and I keep on that course, and then at the end I will go south. Yeah, that looks pretty good. For the routing, you obviously need to put your chip parameters in, which I have done, otherwise they wouldn't suggest it. Yeah, interesting tool. For me, very important on the long ocean crossings to see how the systems are moving, and also identify storms and prevent storms with that. That was a little handicap on the last crossing from Martinique to Helgoland. I was completely dependent from text messages and getting the information from the back office and some friends. So it's much more comfortable. It's a safety aspect as well, understanding the weather with a tool and getting information very early. Today I'm very fit, so third day after the second night, had good sleep last night, this morning as well. Yeah, all good. And then I'm looking forward to La Graciosa. Wow, what a wave. That is more than 2 meters. You can't see that. But they are some a little bit higher. Let's grab the camera. We are cruising with a speed of about 5 knots. The wind has decreased a little bit, so at the moment 4 to 5 before. We are still sailing in butterfly formation, almost a direct course to La Graciosa. Yeah, a few degrees out at the moment, so we'll change the butterflies to the other side, so Genoa to starboard and the mainsail to port side probably later today or in the night. I need to see, well, or the wind might turn in my favor. We never know. So, what I forgot to show yesterday is the phone function with the Iridium as well. So basically you connect your phone with the Iridium Go, as we have seen yesterday, and then you go into the Iridium Go app, which is this one. So then you have the call function here. You have access to all the contacts in your phone if you allow for that, and also you can get text messages, SOS function and a few other things. So that's basically what it is. You also get an external aerial for this one, and then you always have best connection, but I think when it's up here it might not be worse than with an aerial. Obviously for phone calls it's very important that you have best connection. I tried to call Marina Caleta del Cebo an hour ago to make a reservation for a berth, but the connection was that bad, so I couldn't understand, and couldn't even understand if the other side was speaking English or Spanish, so not very good. For data I usually have it down there under deck, so it's a little bit worse. But that only means that it takes a little bit longer getting the weather data, and I mean, as I'm not in a rush, sometimes I do it down there, sometimes I do it up here. I haven't finally decided if I put an external aerial on, not because of the price. I think it's 250 euros around, or 300, I don't know exactly, but it's a lot of work pulling the cables through the ship again and drilling holes to get a cable up here. So I need to see. So far so good. Yeah, hopefully we get a little bit more wind, but it doesn't look like according to the forecast. So, and now I'm going to cook chicken legs with rice. Yeah, I'm getting hungry, so let's get started. Bon appetit. I'm looking forward to that. Isla di Alegranza is starboard and La Graciosa ahead. Pedro Barba, little village on the island. The island's little capital, Caleta del Cebo. We have a change in plan. I had a look on that anchor spot, but it was not that well sheltered against the wind from northeast. It was 6 before. A few yachts were there, but they were all squeezed, probably in that corner, which was a little bit better protected. I've called the Marina Lanzarote in Arrecife, and they have a berth for me, minimum for one night, but probably for another or 3. I would like to stay for 3 nights, but I need to see. So, but first of all, I'm safe for 1 night there. I've made it. I'm now in the Marina Lanzarote here in Arrecife. 578 nautical miles down here from Lagos in Portugal. But obviously a few more because of the little stop at La Graciosa. Na, da kommt der Marinero.
Okay, senor.
Okay.
This is the keys. This is of the door and the toilet.
Ah, super.
Okay. And this is the control for tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem. I will fill that.
I gave you time at 9:30. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Perfect. So that's it. Okay. Thank you very
Muchas
much.
gracias.
And welcome again to the Marina.
Yeah, muchas gracias.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye bye. Yeah, the Marinero, he gave me the paperwork. Yeah, I think now I will enjoy my well-deserved mooring beer after that nice cruise. Cheers. Yeah, still Portuguese one. Don't do much today. Just have dinner and then I go to bed.